A 3-year-old American girl whose parents were killed in the attack on Israel last month is among the hostages being held in Gaza. And OpenAI is reinstating Sam Altman as the company's CEO. Good morning. I'm Kristen Wright with NPR News, and here are today's top stories. A 3-year-old American girl is among the hostages being held by Hamas. Her parents were killed by the militants. The girl could be released in a new agreement between Israel and Hamas to pause the fighting and let 50 hostages go. Qatar, Egypt, and the U.S. brokered the deal. NPR's Franco Ordonez reports on President Biden's reaction.
Biden released a statement last night welcoming the deal and thanking Qatar and Egypt for their assistance. And I'll just note, it was actually the same channel that they created that led to the release of the first U.S. hostages last month of Judith Rannon and her daughter, Natalie. It was actually their release that American officials told us gave them the confidence that the channel worked, but also that the Qataris could deliver.
The agreement also includes the release of 150 Palestinians imprisoned in Israel. The former CEO of artificial intelligence startup OpenAI is returning to the job. NPR's Dara Kerr reports this comes days after he was ousted.
After a chaotic few days for OpenAI, the maker of ChatGPT, things seem to be settling down. The company announced its former CEO, Sam Altman, is returning. He was fired by the board of directors late last week. They said he hadn't been candid in his communication with them, and they could no longer trust him to lead. The about face comes after 97% of the company's employees signed a letter threatening to quit unless Altman was reinstated and the board was dissolved. In its announcement, OpenAI now says it's creating a new board of directors to run the company. Altman posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, that he, quote, loves OpenAI and looks forward to his return. Dara Kerr, NPR News.
The Biden administration will funnel $2 billion to historically disadvantaged communities to help them become more resilient to climate change. NPR's Alejandra Barunda reports.
Historically disadvantaged communities have long known that they carry an unfairly heavy load of environmental costs, industrial pollution, waste dumping, and now climate change. For years, they have asked for help. Now, the Environmental Protection Agency is directing $2 billion toward that goal. EPA Administrator Michael Reagan has been traveling to some of the affected communities.
While on these visits, I've heard directly from residents and advocates who have been asking for resources to support the development of local solutions in their communities for years.
Communities can apply for grants to help with projects like cleaning up contamination on tribal lands, or helping low-income neighborhoods in towns near the border become more resilient to heat or flooding. Alejandra Barunda, NPR News.
You're listening to NPR News from Washington.